my kitchen, I have a quote hanging on the wall. It has a definition of what calories are. It says, calories, tiny creatures that live in your closet and sew your clothes a little bit tighter every night. While that may not be what the real definition of what calories are, it's a funny way of thinking about weight gain. Calories, they're a unit of energy, and we need that energy to live and to function. When we consume an excess amount of calories, that is what leads to weight gain. According to the Centers of Disease Control, 62% of adult Americans are overweight or obese. On top of that, 9 million teens and children suffer from the same issues. Everybody has a different healthy weight because everybody has a different genetic inheritance that influences their bone structure, their size, their shape, and how they hold their weight differently. Diet and lifestyle is something I'm very passionate about, and today I'm going to tell you why dieting is bad for you psychologically and physically, and I'm also going to talk about sustainable weight loss and how those that need to lose excess weight can lose that weight with lifestyle changes. Let's start with why dieting is bad psychologically. What we eat affects how we feel. We want our food to make us feel good, not bad. When we eat too less or too little, it affects our quality of life. And that is what leads to bad relationships with food. Many people use food as a coping mechanism to deal with boredom, stress, anxiety, and to even prolong feelings of joy. Psychology plays a big role in weight management. Psychology is the study of how and why people do what they do. It's the science of behavior. To lose weight, it helps to change the way we think. And if we can do that, we can see where we're focusing on and what we need to change to better manage our weight, to reach those goals. Now, hunger is a motivated state of mind. Michael Graziano wrote about the hunger mood. He stated that hunger isn't in your stomach or in your blood sugar levels. It's in your mind, and that's where we need to step up. When we put ourselves on a restrictive diet, dieting becomes the center of our lives. Food shouldn't be the best thing or the worst thing or the most important thing. It should be the fuel that feeds our lives. When we learn to listen to our bodies, we can shift that focus from maintaining our weight to focusing on our health. Like I said, everybody has a different healthy body weight, and genetics plays a huge part in that. So does our metabolism and our eating habits that we gain over time. We need to respect our bodies, and if we do that, we'll be so much happier. It's hard to reject that diet mentality when we use diet after diet to lose weight. Eating too much or too little can affect the way we feel, and it can, like it said, it can affect our quality of life. Now, if you think about a 125-pound moderately active woman, she needs 2,000 calories a day. A moderately active 175-pound man needs 2,800 calories a day. 15% of that should be protein. 45 to 65% of that should be carbohydrates, and men and women should all try to stay below 30 to 35% in fat consumption daily. Now it's hard for our bodies to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. What we can do is we can try to be more active. Even if we don't exercise, any physical activity is better than none. Exercise can add years to your life, boost your mood, improve your sleep, reduce your risk for heart disease and cancer, and it can help keep your bones and your brain healthy. Now, we should focus on one or two goals when we're trying to get into shape. Minimizing muscle loss and trying not to gain fat and gaining muscle without trying to gain more fat. So Project Heal, they started a campaign called #DoneWithDieting. They stated that less than 5% of adults get 30 minutes of exercise daily. That means that 1 in 3 adults are getting the recommended physical activity for a week. Now, if you combine that with the increase in fast food consumption, you can see what's adding to the problem. Now, bodies burn calories in several ways. Through exercise, everyday activities, and the energy it takes for our bodies to function and rest. Now, our metabolism, it plays a big role in this too. The energy it takes for our bodies to burn calories is our metabolism. Metabolism is partly genetic and largely out of one's control. But when we diet, our metabolism slows down weight loss and it holds on to it because it's in shock. Harvard Medical School shared some interesting facts about metabolism. Did you know that lean people tend to be more active throughout their everyday activities than those that are overweight? Because they fidget more. Fidget as in they're constantly in motion during their everyday activities. Whether this is a genetically programmed or a learned skill, it's still uncertain. But that's hundreds of calories added or subtracted daily. Now, sustainable weight loss is possible. While reading the China study by Colin Campbell, I learned just how scary American health statistics are. It's impossible for even the most successful people to feel motivated all the time. But there are some ways we can boost our motivation. By sneaking in that exercise instead of carving it out, that is one way. By establishing attainable goals is another. Another one is we need to rethink the way we see food. Our relationship with food matters. And finding a support group, whether it's a workout buddy or a group of friends. Together we can change the way we view health. If we only had to worry about tiny creatures sewing our clothes tighter every night, then this topic of dieting wouldn't be an issue. Everybody has their unique, healthy weight and a complex system of metabolic and hormonal forces at work. The research shows us dieting is ineffective and it's dangerous. Research shows us what is healthy and that is not dieting.